What's cracking, fam? T-Money down in the dungeon, here to bring you guys a collection update. It's been a hot minute, probably 2 months since I've done one. One of my homies just made a post on Facebook saying that I should do a video. So I was like, fuck it, you know what? I'll do a video because it means so much to me when people reach out and they're like, yo, I miss your videos and stuff. So I love you guys. I miss you. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy holidays. Let's get into this collection update because Lord knows that the buying has not stopped. So we're going to start this one out with a banger. Ghost Stories for Christmas. This is awesome. This is like a BFI TV series, I think, from the 70s. And I think it went on like a couple seasons throughout the 70s, but I'm only really familiar with this, the shorts that are on this one. They're like short Christmas holiday, kind of low-key holiday horror movies. I really love the first short on this one. It's called Whistle and I'll Come to You. I forget really what goes on in it, but there's this dude and it's a ghost story and he's like staying in this hotel room or something. And I just remember like really digging it, like it just being like low-key creepy. And I remember like this statue just like he's like lying in bed and he just keeps like looking at this statue and it's like positioned at him. And I just thought that was like a really cool scene for some reason. It just like resonated with me. But yeah, it's a good episode. So this is really cool because BFI put this out on DVD like forever ago. It was like a box set, nice clear case, BFI edition. And I was like, where's the Blu-ray? So like however many years later, we finally get this, sexy slipcover edition. So yeah, I got my greasy fingerprints all over it, but awesome. Ghost Stories for Christmas, good stuff. Check it out, definitely. 'Tis the season, especially. And then I watched this one the other night for the first time, The Woman in Black. This is the original adaptation of The Woman in Black, I guess, made for television. And I was totally expecting to see Daniel Radcliffe in this because I forgot that like that was a remake. And this was so much better. I like the one with Daniel Radcliffe. I'm actually probably going to watch that soon. But I've just been on like this creepy ghost vibe lately. I've been like, Art Bell, Ghost to Ghost is like my midnight fuel. Every night I listen to that shit. Every night I like, when I get in my room, I'm like, I come to this decision where I'm like, what do I do? Do I listen to Art Bell on my Bluetooth or do I put on a movie? And I've really been leaning towards Art Bell. For the last couple months. I just love that Ghost to Ghost series. Check it out if you want to hear some good call-in ghost stories, some awesome stuff. Anyways, I digress. Good movie. Highly recommend it. Creepy. Not gory, just visually creepy. This one is classic. I say classic because I watched it for the first time recently. It's so good. It reminded me a lot of like Dyatlov Pass, like the what are they like? They're on this what are they doing? They're going like on this badass mountain climbing thing or whatever, and no one knows what happened to them. But this is a totally different story, but it's got a similar premise where these journalists are going to look at these people who are missing, and shit goes down. There's this, you know, something lurking in the woods, we'll just say. But really good. I mean, this was really good. Shot on video, good shit. Low budget. Wow, that I put this one out. So check it out. Cold Ground. If you like shit like Dyatlov Pass. The director of one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, like 4 or 5, directed The Devil's something, and it's based on Dyatlov's Pass as well. I just remembered that. That was good. Comment in there if you guys remember what the name of that movie is. I want to rewatch that. I think I have it somewhere. This was really good. I saw this in theaters. Creepy, creepy, creepy. It's weird because I actually really fucking love this movie. I thought it was super good and super scary. Like, I don't usually go for jump scares, but this movie, like, I literally, like, fucking jumped, like, multiple times. So they killed it. They killed the jump scares. It was really effective for me. And just that fucking... I do it so bad, but... I can't do it. But it's fucking creepy. There you go, right there. The smile gets me every time. And literally, I swear to you, for days, you guys are going to think I'm so pussy, but for days after I got home, I like was freaking out. Like outside, I was like looking around, like, and like in my basement, like just like looking in the corner and like anticipating seeing like this creepy ass fucking girl smiling at me in the corner, like an old girl or something like that. This movie's creepy. Effective. For me, I liked it. But I was surprised because a lot of people, fellow, horror community goers or whatever, have been like, yeah, it's okay. It's, for me, I fucking loved it, man. I'm not going to lie. It worked for me. Smile was good. Kind of like It Follows, but I thought it was unique enough and it was its own thing enough. There were definitely moments too in it or things that I would have done differently. Not that I'm like, but yeah, like the end, I thought was a little weak. I don't want to spoil anything, but there were a few scenes in this movie that are like, man, and there was one scene where she's like laying in bed and she hears like, I think her dead mother calling, from her. So the deal is, if you guys haven't seen Smile, you could look it up, but it's basically about this demonic entity that attaches to this girl, and she sees everybody's just got like this evil ass grin, and every time she sees something bad happens. But there's a scene where she's like laying in bed and you hear her, I think it's her dead mother, calling to her from the bedroom. And I was just like, oh my God, like what the fuck is going to happen? Like edge of my seat. And then they blew it. Like they totally just like busted into another scene. And I was like, man, they ruined that. That could have been so fucking scary. Based on everything, all the other scares. Like, I don't know why they did it like that. But anyways, it was a good movie. Check out Smile. Had to grab these classics from Severin. I'm sorry, I just talked about Smile for like 10 minutes. I gotta speed this up. But The Changeling and Dracula vs. Frankenstein, one seriously good horror movie and one seriously bad good horror movie. But they're awesome. I mean, we're getting fucking 4Ks of like, well, The Changeling, right? Dracula, I don't know, what did they re-release this? Oh, it's a double feature. Brain of Blood and Dracula vs. Frankenstein. So those are Al Adamson films, yeah. So it's like a Al Adamson double feature, but I'm pretty sure these have been released before. I know Shriek Show released this on like shitty Blu-ray a long time ago, so probably a better transfer for sure. The Changeling, absolutely incredible. You guys know about that. All right, so this is Pennywise is the story of It. So I heard a lot of bullshit about this campaign. Like they still haven't mailed out copies to people who back this shit. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't really back much anymore because I've had too many bad experiences. Like just people flaking, and like it's almost like people anticipate on you like forgetting, and then they don't mail you shit, or like it just takes years to come through. I'm still going to back. I say that, and I'm still going to back movies that I love, like The Barn I backed, and Don't Fuck in the Woods too. Like, and granted, COVID fucked things up, so it made production, like it drew it out and everything, but I'm saying, like, when shit like this happens, it's just discouraging, man. It's like, you gotta fucking make sure you take care of the people who support you first and foremost before you start fucking... I don't care if it's fucking wholesale fucking, bullshit. I get it. You gotta make your money and stuff. But if somebody takes the time to back your fucking Indiegogo campaign, you fucking send them their movies first. I don't care what your business practices are, what your morals are. It doesn't matter. Like, you just got to do that shit, you know? So anyways, digressing all over this motherfucker. All right. King Kong, original, 4K. This is a UK release, classic movie. I don't know. Santa Claus, I don't know why I bought that, because I already think I have it on 4K, but maybe not. Or if I don't, then the US is going to put it out like any day. Scream Factory put it out, but I can't remember. I don't think they did a 4K, right? I don't think so. All right. Santa Claus. Low budget slasher. Haven't seen this one. This is from Camp Motion Pictures. They put out some real schlocky shit, but I like it, usually. Not going to lie. Some of the worst cover artwork lately has been coming out of Umbrella Entertainment. They're a good company. I have my issues. I feel like they need to step up their game and start doing some 4Ks and stop releasing movies on Blu-ray that have already been released 4 times before. And I say that, and at the same time, I fucking buy all the shit. But, and then, like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? That's the worst cover you could possibly have ever done for fucking Hellraiser. Sorry, excuse my French. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just awful. It's really, really bad. But, whatever. And yeah, I mean, they like throw in some posters and some slip covers, but it's like, do we really need these movies? They're all coming out on 4K, if they're not already out on 4K, and they already have like plenty of good releases. So why did I buy it? Because I fucking love Day of the Dead. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Amazing movie. Again. And another example of a movie that I probably shouldn't have bought because I have this the Synapse release of this movie, but first time ever released in the UK, so gotta get on that shit. I don't know, but so finally, speaking of Indiegogo campaigns, we got the Barn 2s. Awesome. I haven't checked it out yet, but I did rewatch this the other night just to get a feel. I kind of forgot, about the movie. Not gonna lie, the acting in this movie, especially by the main the main character dude, the young kid or whatever, or he's like a teenager. He's like such a douche. He just annoys me, and it's not like bad acting where it's good. It's just like bad acting that rubs me the wrong way. But other than that, it's a fucking fun slasher movie. The kills kick ass, so it's worth every minute. But the actor kind of rubs me the wrong way. I really hope he's not the star of The Barn 2. Probably is, but I've heard really good things about this, so I'm stoked to check it out. I also did get Don't Fuck in the Woods too, but I guess I didn't bring that over here, so just know that. Alright, so we got some 4Ks. I'm just going to show you them because everybody and their mother's probably already shown these off, but they're Scream Factory, Steelbooks, Classics, Army of Darkness, The Fog, Child's Play. I might have even shown The Fog off in my last update. I just grabbed a bunch of shit to do an update, to be honest with you, but Classics, Army of Darkness, absolutely my favorite. I think I did show those off, so sorry. I've been on the Hitler kick lately. I don't know why. I guess I'm kind of like learning about World War II more than I really ever did. I mean, of course I knew about it and the basics of everything, but I've really been delving into like just the fucking craziness. Like, it's just such a crazy part of history. It's insane, like, that it just happened. It's just fucking crazy. It sucks. It's fucking horrible, but it's still fascinating in its own right. Hitler's a piece of shit, obviously. Fucking hate him, but it's interesting. So there's a YouTuber, he's like a doctor. I forget his name now. He's got millions of subscribers. He's really good, and he's British, I think, and he does all kinds of World War II Hitler videos, and I've just been watching them. Mark something. And he's just really good at, like, he's like a historian, and everybody always says, like, he's like the when the History Channel sold, what the History Channel was 10 years ago before they sold out, this YouTuber, Mark something, is just really interesting. So if you want to learn more about World War II history, check him out. But this, I don't really even know what this is. It's 100 Years of Hitler, but it could totally not even be like a documentary, because Udo Kier is in it. Udo Kier. But I don't know. I just bought it because World War II. All right, Erie, Indiana. I haven't watched this movie or this TV show since I was a fucking kid, so I had to pick this up. It's going to be like such a throwback. Good nostalgic shit there. I remember really loving that show. Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Erie, Indiana. All those shows were awesome. That was like my era. Like, I remember my dad being like, there's this show called Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's going to be on. Channel 30 was Nickelodeon, where we are, up in New England, or VT. So I remember the first, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. Just good shit. Classic. And then I just grabbed a couple of my favorites from the newest Vinegar Syndrome release, because they just have so much shit that I don't even know a thing about. Evil Laugh. This is like probably the most highly anticipated release of their last batch, for me at least. Evil Laugh. Love this movie. Great slasher movie. I had like a DVD-R bootleg bullshit copy of it. But it's just a really fun slasher movie with a kind of like boring run-of-the-mill twist, I guess, and a really cool microwave death scene. But it's really fun, and I can't wait to see it on Blu-ray and not on shitty DVD-R, so that's awesome. The classic Carrie on 4K. Fuck yes. So stoked on this one. Love this movie. Classic. I don't know. I'm not going to start talking about specs and all that bullshit. We don't have time for that. This isn't a channel about that anymore. We're just showing shit off and burning through. This sounded really good. Phil Tippett's Mad God. Yeah. I don't really know what it's about, but Guillermo del Toro says Phil Tippett is a master, and it looks like some sort of like animated, like, crazy fucking horror movie, I guess. Following the, I don't want to read this shit, but yeah, if you guys know about Mad God, check it out. Speaking of Guillermo del Toro, I just watched Cabinet of Curiosities, really good show. If you guys haven't seen that, highly recommend you check it out. But yeah, this one, follow the assassin through a forbidding world of tortured souls, decrepit bunkers, and wretched monstrosities forged from the most primordial horrors of the subconscious mind. So it's like a really cool, like, it's like a Clive Barker horror, animated horror movie, I guess. I just made that up, but yeah. Speaking of shit, speaking of stinking holiday shit, Silent Night, Deadly Night, 3, 4, and 5. I don't need to say anything about these movies. Viewer beware, you are in for a scare. This trilogy of sequels, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they're bad movies. They're fucking bad. If you thought 2 was bad, check out 3 and 4. The Toy Maker, I remember kind of being decent. Like, 3 sucked, 4 was horrible, and then 5 was kind of good for some random reason, but that happens sometimes. So, yeah, I had to pick this up. I know Michael Felcher from Red Shirt Pictures was the first person that I heard talk about the specs on this one. He was stoked to be involved in this, so always love supporting him. He does really good extras for these movies, so, you know, if anything, it's cool to learn about the production of the shit shows and how everything came together. It's entertaining. I don't watch horror movies to be scared anyway. I watch them to be entertained, so if they're shitty, then that's okay. As long as they entertain me in some weird fucking way. Anyways, talk about awesome. This is probably the most excited thing for me in this box set, I mean in this update, is the Ju-On box set. Finally, we get the original Ju-On on Blu-ray. I love that movie. It's so scary. It's so creepy. Just like Japanese ghost story done right. I mean, Asian ghost movies are always pretty fucking good. They're like serious. That, you know, they don't fuck around. The Asians don't play. But yeah, I'm just so excited to have this limited edition box set. You've got Ju-On. So disc 1's got Ju-On, Ju-On 2, and then disc 2 and 3 is Ju-On The Grudge, 4K. And then disc 4 is The Grudge 2. I'm not that familiar with this series. I just really love the first couple. But The Grudge is the American... oh, no, okay. So, this whole series was... Sorry, The Grudge and The Grudge 2 are the American remakes. Okay, so... yeah, never mind. So, yeah, the only movie that I have on Blu-ray from this whole set is White Ghost, I think. Because I bought White Ghost thinking that it was... fucking Ju-On, the first one, and it totally wasn't. So, yeah. Stoked to have this. Beautiful box set. You've got the 4 discs. First one's got the 2 films, then The Grudge, Grudge 2, White Ghost, Black Ghost. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure The Grudge and The Grudge 2 are Japanese movies as well. I guess if I actually read this for a second, I could find that out, but, no, are you coming to understand me? Yeah, me. Where the fuck? I don't know, guys. Fill me in. I don't want to waste any more time being a dumbass, but, yeah. Is The Grudge and The Grudge 2 on this? Are they separate films? Because I'm seeing a bunch of, like, Japanese names, but then they could definitely... I'm looking for Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I don't see her, or whoever the fuck. The American actress is that's in The Grudge, and I don't see her name. Let's open this bitch up. Let's take a second to, like, get this right so I don't feel like a total dumbo. We're going right for The Grudge. But I am so excited for Ju-On. Oh, and so there's 1 4K and 3 Blu-rays. So The Grudge, I guess, is the random 4K that they threw in here. And Ju-On, the name given to a deadly curse, blah, 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 blah. Deep in the shadows. When was this movie made? 2002. And who does it star? Of course it doesn't fucking say. Ugh, it's so whack. Oh, it does say. Okay, yeah, so, alright. So, this is the Japanese version of The Grudge. So, the American version is totally different, and that's not in the set. Man, if I could edit this, I would cut out the last 5 fucking minutes and just talk about how much I like the first movie. Sorry, guys, but you get the raw, unfiltered bullshit when you watch my stuff. You know that. All right, next up, we have Homegrown Horrors. We have Hanging Heart, Moonstalker, and Dead Girls. Awesome. This is Volume 2 from Vinegar Syndrome of their homegrown horror goodness. The only movie in this, of these 3 I'm familiar with is Moonstalker. I have like a BDR of it. It's fun. Slasher movie. Kind of boring, you know. It's not very, like, the kill scenes aren't very good from what I remember, and it's kind of a boring plot, but it's, you know, middle of the road. Moonstalker, it's decent. I like slashers, so, and then we have Dead Girls. Stoked to check that one out. And then Hanging Heart. I don't know anything about this one, so awesome. Goodness. Fucking love Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, and I got to meet, so I went out to, I don't think I did enough. Did I tell you guys? I don't think I did. I went to Colorado again last month, and we got to meet and go check out the archive, which is, so the archive's in Connecticut, but Vinegar Syndrome store, kind of like the home base, is in Connecticut. The original Vinegar Syndrome is the archive, but they just opened up a store in Denver, and we got to go there and meet the homie. His name's James. He was super chill, really nice guy, and it was cool just to shoot the shit and buy a bunch of fucking movies and support the store. They're open 2 days a week in Denver, Colorado, in this weird Spanish town. I was kind of thinking, I was like, wow, this is kind of a random area, but Denver's super expensive, so I get it, but it's super cool. So shout out Vinegar Syndrome. Love you guys. Yeah, good shit. All right, and Ghostwatch, classic. Love this movie so much. So happy to have this on Blu-ray. Watch that DVD over and over and over and over. The 101 Films. I think they put it out, but this is 101 Films limited edition, hard box. Ghostwatch. I had the DVD with the double feature. It was Ghostwatch and one other one. But yeah, this is a good movie. I like it. Kind of reminds me of like WRUV Halloween special type thing. But yeah, classic, beautiful, love it, love this. Oh, so happy to have this. All right, and then we have another fucking classic banger of an update for sure. You're gonna get bangers from me, guys, because I'm not doing videos like I used to. So throwing all the good shit in here, but the classic. Need I say anything about this masterpiece on 4K in a beautiful hard box from the fine folks at Eureka. Got a nice booklet. Love the smell of. I love the imagery in this movie. There's the classic artwork there. There you go. Good shit. So had to grab this one for show, for sheezy. All right. And last but not least, we have a box set that I'm really excited to check out, but I have no idea about it. I know it's kind of like Human Centipede, in the vein of that, but I think it's Asian for sure. So I have Centipedes and Scorpions, a Nico Films duology. And this is the box set from Error 4444. And I chose these because all these slipcovers that companies are giving you now, like extra slips, it's like, if I don't have the discs to put the slips on, why do I need the fucking slips? I guess to make a decision of which ones I want, which is nice, because honestly, these, in my opinion, were way better than the other cover artworks for sure. So I guess it's nice to have a choice, but what am I going to do with those other ones? I should sell them probably, but yeah. So I don't know much about these movies, but they're like Asian Human Centipede style movies. So Red Spell, Spells Red, and Centipede Horror. So I should dive these in, or throw them, pop them on and just dive in, because I have no idea what to expect. Probably some batshit crazy Asian. I mean, Human Centipede's a fucking crazy movie, so an Asian version, fuck yeah, gonna be nuts. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, but I wanted to give you an update because it's been a hot minute. So, oh, and I also got the Amityville Curse from Vinegar Syndrome as well, and I don't know if I've seen this one. I've definitely seen 1, 2, and 3, and then some of the other bad ones, but I don't know. But it's cool to have it, and oh, it's so weird. Canadian International, I guess it's a Canadian film. I don't know. I don't understand who puts out what with all these new Vinegar Syndrome sub-labels. It's like just like a bunch of random art house companies putting out random shit. But I guess hopefully maybe Amityville Curse is a Canadian picture. So it makes sense, but I I haven't gotten the algorithm down with the sub labels. It's just a little overwhelming, to be honest. But that's okay, because I have the option to pick and choose what I want, right? So, anyways, love you guys. Happy holidays. Just checking in. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay up. Have fun with your families. I'll see you sometime soon. Peace.